Hello. So today I just want to make a short video. I haven't played in quite a long time, but I was just thinking about some things that people might not like about the game, but I just don't plan to change. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna come into the drone menu and I'm gonna play Space Station Free Arena. Okay, so I forgot to hook up my controller. My computer crashed on me actually, and I forgot I needed to reset that up. Alright, here we go. Now I just need to reorganize my face where you can see my little cameras. Okay. So, one thing that's pretty common in these kinds of games is that it's very difficult for the user to bonk into something and then recover, especially considering how much energy gets converted into angular momentum. So if I'm flying here and I'm trying to make this hoop and then I crash into something, so now a bunch of my velocity has converted into angular momentum. So if I start decelerating here, it actually takes kind of a long time. Then I need to figure out which direction I'm going, and I need to get control of that velocity as well. So this is a game where what you do is you drone race, right? So it's a single player game for now, but hypothetically what you would do is hit go, and then you would start trying to fly as quickly as you could through these hoops. And in most video games, they make it so that a little bit of slop doesn't end the race. In real drone racing, if you bonk into a gate, usually you're gonna break propellers. It's possible to recover the drone, but I would say more often than not, if you crash, the race is over. Well, there's a thing about drones, though, that helps people to kind of get over that. And that's that they use air friction and have a lot of propeller surface area. So if you accelerate as hard as you can all the way through a section, and here's a great example, you can decelerate very rapidly in a drone. Whereas with this game here, it's a space game, so now I'm decelerating, I'm finally stopped. So now look how far I overshot. Now I gotta fly back. And if I bonk into something here at a gate like this, and I'm already overshooting, I mean, there's basically no imaginable recovery, right? So I feel like one of the reasons why people don't want to play a game like this, and none of the space games represent this kind of realistic thrust, is that for the most part, the recovery from a crash is just too frustrating to deal with. But I actually don't plan to change that. As a matter of fact, if anything, I plan to focus on that as one of the aspects that people need to deal with in order to learn. So most games are going to focus on making it so that slop doesn't matter. But in this case, I want the user to achieve a simulation experience. And one of the aspects of a simulation experience that's important is that you can't, in the simulator, if in real life a crash is gonna end your day, then that crash needs to end your day in the simulator, so that you train yourself that those mistakes are completely unacceptable. There's no way you can have that mistake. So in video games, especially in racing video games, people tend to be more than happy to just go too fast and overshoot everything because their amount of loss is very minimal. But in this case, I want the player to have no choice but to make sure that they slow down in time. That's one of the most important things to learn when bonking into something is absolutely a game ender. You have to slow down in time, just like in real life. You can't get into a car and then just get late braking. You know, you have to drive safely so that there's no chance that you'll hit something. In this game, that's my plan, is to make it so that there's no way you can recover from an accident. You have to slow down. You have to make sure that the vehicle goes where you want it to go, and you have to learn how much time you need to shed your momentum in order to make that something you can do. Okay, so that basically summarizes the video. I'm just trying to talk about, even though I know that everybody will want the game to be at least having a mode that is a little bit more like an arcade. My arcade mode is go play another game, because they exist and this one doesn't, which is why I made this one.